My name is Kateryna. This is All Levels Vinyasa Yoga, which Vinyasa generally means, translates as a flow. And what we mean by it is we allow our breath to guide our movement. And generally, we use breath as as kind of an energy that guides each movement. So we inhale, we move, we exhale, we move, and we allow that flow to happen. Now, with this practice, as any yoga practice, I invite you to really listen to your body and modify what I'm guiding you through according to your needs today. So that might mean you'll skip a posture, that might mean you add something of your own, or you modify it in some sort of way that fits your needs better. Okay, so anything that you need goes, and if you're not sure, obviously I'm here, I'll try to help you with the requirements that we have to follow. I cannot assist you and put my hands on you, unfortunately, but I'll try my best. So if you have any questions, obviously, or if something is bothering you, I'll try to address that, okay? So we're gonna start today with some very, very easy yogic breathing techniques that everyone can do at all times, basically just teaching your body how to breathe a little deeper. And then we're gonna move into vinyasa. Now, for those of you who are newer, again, this is a vinyasa class, so we're gonna move a lot, and I encourage you to really stay with your breath. That's the most important part. Stick with your breath, stay steady, stay rhythmical in your breath. And if that means you skip a posture 2-5, I don't care. If it means that you drop in a child's pose for 5 breaths, great, do that, right? Just take care of yourself and make sure that your breath is actually there for you and you're present for your breath, okay? All right, so we're gonna get started. Find a nice comfortable seat. I'm using my blanket to sit on. You can use a block or a blanket to sit. Lifting the hips a little bit off the ground will release the pressure on the hips and lower back. And with that, it will allow us to relax a little bit more. Okay. Allow the shoulders to relax. Close your eyes and take a few breaths. And when you're here, just notice who is this person on your mat. Notice your body. You holding tension anywhere specifically, maybe in your shoulders, maybe in your neck. How's your breath? Does it have depth or rhythm? Is it shallow? Can you lengthen the exhales? Try to relax the facial muscles. Just staying present to your body, to any sensations that come up through the practice. We'll start with Dirga Pranayam, or full yogic breath. When you inhale, place your hands onto your belly and allow the belly to expand, like a big balloon inflating. And as you exhale, gently press on the belly and squeeze the air out. Inhale, let the belly expand under your hands. As you exhale, gently press the air out. If this is your first time, stay with abdominal breathing. If you want to work a little more, shift your hands to either side of your rib cage. Inhale, still into the belly the way we did before, expand it. And then sip a little more air, expand the rib cage in all 4 directions, feel your hands move. And as you exhale, squeeze the air from the ribs first, and then from the belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, exhale, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, exhale, ribs, belly. One more time, belly, ribs, and exhale, ribs, belly. Take your hands onto your collarbones if you're moving up with me. Inhale into your belly, ribs, and feel the collarbones lift. So think that you inhale into the very tops of your lungs and exhale from collarbones, ribs, and belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbone. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, belly. Couple more times. Your hands can release onto your knees if you choose so, continuing with a three-part yogic breath. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, ribs, belly. Keep going at your own pace, moving through all three layers. And then return to your natural breath. And notice if it shifted in some way. Continuing with the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, your arms reach out and up, open your eyes. Hands come to the prayer hands and exhale to the heart center. Inhale, reach out. This time rotate the palms down, reach out and down. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, palms up. Reach as high as you can, lower your left hand down. Touch the floor, lift through the chest, walk the left hand away and reach over. Just stretch the side body. Fingertips are long on your right hand. Inhale, lift, and exhale, walk to the other side, reach. Keep your chest lifted, keep your gaze forward. Try also not to drop in either shoulder, so shoulders away from the ears. Inhale up. Exhale over. Now this is where you start modifying. So if your pace of your breath is different than mine, change it up. Move slower, move faster, stay longer in a stretch if you feel it. You can even close your eyes and move with your eyes closed to just feel that nice stretch through side body, that nice opening that you probably didn't get through the day, maybe even a week, maybe longer. Who knows? Inhale, back up. And as you exhale, take your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Now, as your elbows stay bent, pull the elbows back as much as possible, as close to each other as possible. You should feel this, right? Now, if this is enough, stay here. If you're pretty flexible in your shoulders and you feel fairly comfortable here, start pulling the fist down and back. Now, as you do that, your elbows will start straightening. It's not important either they're straight or not. What's important is for your shoulders to roll back, for your shoulder blades to overlap on your back, and your chest to lift up and forward. Breathe into that chest. Open it up. One more breath. And right from here, keep this length you gained through the spine and turn to your right. One hand on the knee, another hand behind you on the floor. And take a few breaths here. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Turn forward. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, release your hands to the sides, walk forward. If you have a prop underneath you that you were sitting on, you're going to remove it now. And you're going to come to the front of your mat in a forward fold. Drop your head. Let your knees bend as much as they need to bend. Don't be shy bending the knees here. It's fine. Your chest can rest and belly can rest on your thighs. The point here is to release the upper back, lower back, the upper body really. So bend your knees and rest on tops of your thighs. Relax your head, relax your neck. Let the head hang heavy. Let the arms relax and hang. If you want something else with your arms, grab hold of the opposite elbows and then just above them. And pull, gently pull the flesh down. Keep your head dropped. Relax your jaw. Don't squeeze your teeth. Another breath here. And inhale through the flat spine, tail back, reading with the heart. Come on up. Arms reach out, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so we're going to start warming up here. Step to the back of your mat. We're going to do a little bit of, now guys, for those of you who were in socks, totally fine, you're welcome to keep them on. But as we move through the practice, you're going to slide in them, all right? So just be super careful. That's why we generally don't wear socks, because you're going to be sliding back and forth in them. And then that can prove a little challenging, okay? Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale. Fold. Now, when you fold, you reach the heart forward, tail back. So when you fold, your back is straight. You're not folding from here. That's going to hurt your spine. So straight back, and then you fold. Hands right in front of you, and then with your hands, take tiny steps and move forward into a plank. Okay? Take a breath here. Okay? Now, here is the thing. Go back just as tiny of steps. With your hands, feet stay where you are. Inhale, lift up. And that's how we're going to warm up. So we're adding a little bit to our sun breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Walk forward on the same breath. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, walk back. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down and walk forward. Tiny steps, but nice and quick. Plank. Inhale. Exhale, walk, walk, walk. Inhale, up. Exhale, that's where I miss music. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Walk, walk, walk. Take a breath and walk back. Now, with speeding up, taking some of the things out, you're welcome to stay with that pace. From here, exhale, fold right away and walk forward. Inhale in plank, and exhale, walk, walk, walk. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Walk, walk, walk. Hold. Walk back. 1, 2, 3, up. Fold. Walk, and this is going to happen for an hour till the end of the class, which is fun, right? Walk back. I'm joking, trying to make you laugh, guys. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Walk, walk, walk. 2 more. And back. Good. And up. Last one. Fold. Walk. Walk, walk, walk. Hold. And walk back. And up. And hands to heart center. And give yourself a nice little smile. You did that. Maybe you're a little warmer now. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Walk forward the way we did before, except this time stay in plank. Push the floor away. Modify the plank if you need to by lowering the knees down. That will be an option. If not, stay here. Another breath. And then lower all the way to the ground. Chest touches to the ground before your hips. Hands right under your shoulders. Press the tops of the feet against the ground. Curl the tail under. So you're pressing the hips down so much that your navel is lifting up. Then squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Pull them down your back, and that will lift you up. Use your upper back muscles, not shoulders. Get out of those shoulders. Good. And as you exhale, release. Tuck your toes under. Down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk it out. One heel presses down, opposite knee bends. Just let the legs stretch out. Draw the tail up and back. Drop your head completely. Good. Another breath. Look between your hands. Step, walk, or jump. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise tall. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Grab hold of your left wrist. Pull that left wrist as tall as you possibly can. Press the left foot into the ground. And as you exhale, reach over to your right. Inhale, back up. Grab hold of the opposite wrist. And over to the other side. Inhale, back up. Now reach your arms forward. Draw those shoulder blades towards each other, down your back like we did in our cobra. Lift your heels off the ground. Squeeze the ankles towards each other for balance. And as you exhale, draw your hips back and sit back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Come on right back up. Set your heels on the ground and fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank. Take a breath here. Again, modify plank, kneeling plank if you'd like. But when you're lowering down, here's what I don't want to see. That, I called it warm. We don't do warm here. So what I want you to do is make sure that even in a kneeling position here, your chest comes with control down and then the hips come down, okay? So we really work that upper body. Okay, press the tops of the feet to the ground, curl the tail under, hands under the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, down your back, lift, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, press down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, nice deep breath. Now walk it out, just stay still, a little break in down dog, always there. You can shake your head, yes and no. Okay. As you inhale, right leg up, nice and high. And as you exhale, bring it through, right leg through. Good, right between your hands. Now, this is a spot where you might want to use your blocks under your hands to kind of support yourself a little bit better. Press through the back heel and make sure that your feet are at least hip distance apart. Front knee over front ankle. Front knee should not be in ahead of the ankle. It should be right over it. Squeeze inner thighs like there are two magnets pulling to each other and sweep your arms up. As you exhale, roll the palms back and down. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. Now, navel lift, straighten your back, reach forward, reach down, hands come to the floor, step back, plank. And again, lower down. Now I will give you a choice. If you work through your up dog to down dog, work through your chaturanga now to up dog. If not, stay with the previous variation, all the way down, then cobra, and then down dog. We'll meet in down dog. Take a few moments. Take a few moments and breathe in down dog. Shake your head. Good. Nice deep breath. Draw your hips up and back as much as you can. Up and back. It's not a plank. So move your hips up and back. Yeah. Drop your, don't move your hands. Keep your hands where they are. Set your heels of the hands on the floor. Right? You here. This is what I want from you. Yes, that's the hard part. All right, and walk your feet back forward to the forward fold. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Grab hold of your right wrist. Reach over to your left. Inhale up. Grab hold of your left wrist. Exhale over to the side. Inhale up. Come onto your tippy toes. Squeeze ankles towards each other. Slowly sit back. Exhale. Inhale right back up. Heels down, fold down. Flat back, lengthen. Hands to the floor. Step or jump, plank. Take a breath. Now again, you either lower all the way to the ground with chest touching to the ground first, or you move to chaturanga, high push-up position, into up dog instead of cobra, and down dog. And breathe. All right. Left leg up. Exhale. Bring it through. Again, use blocks if you need to. Make sure you're at least hip distance apart. If your feet are on a single track, it's super hard to balance, almost impossible, right? So make sure that you scoot the left foot to the left side, or right foot to the right side. Squeeze inner thighs, pull the navel towards the spine, and come on up. And roll back. 1, 2, 3. Arms up, arms reach, navel in, reach forward, straight back, hands to the floor, step back, plank. And this time lower all the way to the ground. All the way to the ground. Take your arms alongside the body. Palms pressed down. Press those palms down to the point that you feel the need to roll up, to lift your chest up. Keep pressing the palms down. Now curl the tail under, point your toes, lift your feet off the ground. Keep pressing against the ground. Lift the heart a little bit more. Nice deep breath. Now, here is the trick. Most people, when I say lift the chest, they're going to do this. That's chin, that's not chest. Get the chin back in and lift the chest. There we go. That's more fun that way. Nice deep breath. If you want a little more, take the hands off the ground, palms facing each other. Breathe. You can do and you can sustain this way longer than you think. When your body is screaming, I am ready to give up, you stay there. There's way more in you than you think. Another breath. And lower down slowly. Turn your head to one side. And drop, bend your knees, drop the feet from side to side. Just relax. Just relax. How's that breath? Is it still there for you? All right, try to remember what we started with. Breath is more important than any movement that you'll do. Okay, hands under the shoulders. Tuck your toes, down dog. Draw those hips up and back as much as you can. Try to even create some traction through your spine. So push the floor so much with your hands that your tail is reaching very high up. Good. And walk forward. Come into that forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay. One more, ready? We're gonna change it up. Inhale, up. Take a steeple, same reach over to the side. 1. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Keep the heels on the ground this time. Take your feet about hip distance apart and sit back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Now, sit as deep as you possibly can. Toes face straight forward, not out to the sides, and knees the same direction. Now, sit as deep as you can, and then peel the navel away from the thighs. Peel the navel away, even though legs not moving. Now, legs should be on fire. Are they? Are they on fire? I'll wait till you guys tell me. We're going to stay here. Yes, okay. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Hands to the floor, step or jump back plank. Take a breath. Again, your vinyasa. With exhale, we lower down all the way or top of the push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Breathe. Even through your mouth. Exhale, relax your breath, relax your head down. Draw the heels towards the ground. Switch it up and start on the left this time. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Bring that foot through. This time single track, so opposite to what we were doing before. Front heel, gonna penetrate the back foot right in the middle. Rotate the back heel down. Draw it a little back. Front knee still over front ankle. Right hand reaches forward. Windmill yourself up. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana Dvi. Settle a little bit deeper. Good. Now your hip is gonna rotate and open to the side, but don't let the knee fall. So knee faces straight forward, hips rotate as much as possible. Gaze over left fingertips. As you exhale, left elbow on top of the left thigh, left palm faces up. Right arm reaches where ceiling meets the wall. Extended angle. Draw the left shoulder blade back into the spine. Left shoulder blade, pull it back towards the spine. Inhale, reach back into dancing warrior. And exhale forward. Keep going. Inhale, reach back. And exhale forward. Inhale, back. And exhale forward. One more. Back. All the way down. Windmill, hands down, back heel lift. Step back, plank, and move through a vinyasa. Up dog, down dog. Breathe. Relax your jaw, don't squeeze your teeth. Now we have the other side, same thing. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring it through, rotate the back heel down. Single trap, front knee or front ankle. Left hand reaches, windmill, warrior two. Settle a little deeper. In a perfect world, we want to get to the point where the front shin is parallel to the mat. It might not be there, you might be a little higher, which is fine, but just know that's where you're going. Elbow on top of the thigh, and reach. Fingertips are long on your left hand. And inhale, reach back. Exhale, forward. Use your breath to move. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And windmill down. Plank. Hold the plank for a few moments. One of the best core exercises. Push the floor away. Really lift the navel into the spine. And then lower all the way down to the ground. Remember our boat? One more time. Palms to the floor. Curl the tail under so lower back is safe. And inhale, lift, press, and down. Now either arms alongside the body. This is the strongest variation. So if you're looking for strength in the back, this is where you're going to stay. If you're looking for more flexibility, and that's kind of your weak point and strength you've got, then you can interlace the fingers or grab a strap and pull down. And that will force you to open a bit more. Nice deep breath. And exhale, release. Turn the head to the other side and drop the knees, the feet from side to side, knees bend. Hands under the shoulders. Sit back, child's pose. Toes together, knees could be together or apart, your choice. Forehead drops to the floor or a block. Arms alongside the body, palms facing up. Take a few breaths there. All right. So from your child's pose, you're going to transition a little bit. You're going to come up, but you're going to stay sort of in a tabletop, but you're going to stay on your forearms. So you're going to align your elbows kind of right under your shoulders, something there, somewhat. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, but what I want you to do is walk your knees a little further back. It's going to feel a little off balance, but walk them further back. Now what we're going to do is draw the hips back as much as possible. Here's what I want you to avoid. Do not let your elbows slide apart. Again, do not let your elbows get wider than they were. Keep your elbows where they are, glue them to the mat, and draw the hips away from them. At some point, you'll be able to drop your forehead down. If that's enough opening for your shoulders and for your arms up or back there, stay here. Just keep drawing the hips down and back. If you want more, you can come onto your chin and try to drop the chest onto the ground. You might need to walk your knees a little further back and drop your chest onto the ground. And breathe. If that's still not enough, you can walk your hands onto your back. Bending the elbows and trying to touch your back with your hands. So many variations. Choose what works for you and take a few deep breaths here. And then if your elbows are bent, bring the hands forward again. And then start coming out by lifting the chest off the ground, walking the knees a little closer. And come on up to kneeling position. Okay, so we are into our stretches and hip work now. So the reason I suggest to sit on a blanket, most of you guys know that, everyone online know that. If you lift your hips a little off the ground, it's more likely that you're going to keep your spine straight. If your hips are on the ground, we're going to end up with this not so nice rounded spine, and whenever we're going to try to twist, we're going to hurt our back. So if you sit on a blanket and your hips are kind of rolling off of the blanket, you can also fold your mat. That could be an option. And your hips are rolling off the blanket, it forces you to sit up, to lift your spine a little taller, and that's what we are after. Okay, let's start easy. Stretch your left leg out. Okay, and bring your right foot in. This might be where you want to stay for the twist, or maybe you want to step it on the outside of the thigh. If you step it on the outside of the thigh, obviously the extended leg might move to the center a little bit, so adjust as needed. Make sure that foot is grounded on the floor. If it's not grounded on the floor, come back to where you were. Now, if you want more, then you can pull the extended heel in towards your opposite hip and stay here. Now, those are all variations. Choose what works for you the most. But my strong advice is make sure whichever variation you choose, both hips are evenly on the ground. So if you pulled your heel in and you're like sitting right this here with one hip off the ground, that's not good. That's not going to get anything good in your spine, right? It's actually going to hurt you. So make sure that this right hip is down just as much as left is. And then pull the knee towards you, wherever that knee is. Pull it towards you in order to lift up, get tall. And then hug it and twist. The left elbow is on the outside of the right knee, and your right hand is behind you on the floor, helping you twist deeper. In any twist, twist that way. In any twist, main thing is extension of the spine up, and the twist is secondary. And of course, your breath. Breathe. You can add to a twist each exhale as your chance to deepen. And slowly release. Return to where you started. Extend your legs out. Turn the toes from side to side. Now keep your right leg extended. Bring the left foot in, out, or slide the heel in. So choose one of those three variations, whatever serves you most, but make sure that this left foot is actually on the ground. If you got yourself here, but your foot is kind of floating up, that's left ground and you cannot twist here. Okay, so both hips down, lengthen up, hug that knee in, get super tall, grow a few inches there, and then slowly turn. Only within that length you can twist. And keep breathing. Another breath. And slowly release. Okay, again. Extend. Shake, shake, shake. Okay. Bend your knees. Hands behind you, lean back. But when you lean back again, don't let your back round. So lift your chest up, push away from the floor. But here's the thing, when we do this, we go into other extent and we let the ribs pop up and belly kind of pushes forward too much. So I want your spine to be neutral. Yes, push the chest up as much as you can, but also exhale lowest rib back in. So you keep that integrity, you keep the core. Now flex your left foot, hook it behind the right knee. This might be plenty. Maybe some of you already experience it in your hip and you're like, thank you, I'm gonna stick around here, stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can push the foot a little closer. You can walk your hands a little closer to your hips. So closer you get to that shin, deeper the stretch will be, right? But here's the thing, if you rounded your back, that's called cheating, right? You're not stretching the hip anymore, you're in your spine now, and we're trying not to do that. So keep lifting the chest. You can stay where you were. Are your wrists bothering you? Okay. Take a moment there. So nice deep breath here. You guys feeling the stretch in the hip? Or I should have not said where. Where do you feel the stretch? How about top of the thigh? Perfect. How about your back? Anyone in your back? Yes, yes, there is a little bit of that for sure. As long as it's not in your spine. That's what I'm worried. Okay, now slide that foot out, release. Again, get some blood flow, just rotate the feet from side to side. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So walk back a little bit, hook that right foot in. And again, by walking the foot closer or walking your hands closer to the hips, you can help yourself get deeper. Only go as far as you're willing to go. By the way, in order to release some pressure of the wrist, what you could do is bring the floor a little bit closer. So if you have the blocks nearby, you can just take the hands onto the blocks, and that will help you bring the hands closer, release some weight off of them. You can even bend the elbows, and that will help you as well. So that might be helpful in terms of releasing some pressure of the arms. Nice deep breath. And slowly release. Okay, all of those things, we're just prep for what's coming next. So the next one is, for most people, there is a very small percentage of people that this will be okay for, and they like, I don't know what you're talking about. But for most people, this is very intense stretch. And the reason why it's so awesome, because we never stretch this part of your hip. And that's, in a lot of times, that's the reason for imbalances and lower back issues. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to just take the left leg, scoot it a little bit to the center, so it's right in front of you, and then take your right heel and move it to your left hip. Now this time we're not standing up, we're doing the opposite. We're trying to lay that foot down. As a matter of fact, we're trying to let the knees come on top of each other. Now, you might be here and your knee is not going any lower. Totally fine. Just try to bring it as low as it will go. Okay? If your knee is fairly high, it's a good sign you need to stay here. If you feel hyperextension or any type of pain in the back of the leg, you're going to grab a piece of clothing, a rolled up blanket, even block, and put it under that knee. Okay? We do not want hyperextension there. That's actually dangerous. Okay? Now, if you're like, I'm okay, I don't know what she's talking about, then go ahead and slide the opposite heel to the opposite hip. When you do, big chance that you rolled onto your left hip. I need you to sit on both hips evenly. So you're going to need to slide to your left. Okay, and try to let the feet lay flat as much as possible. Our goal is to get the knees on top of each other. Now, it might not look like that. That's totally fine, especially if you're doing this first time. This might be already crazy, right? So stay where you are. Just try to relax the knees against each other. If the bottom knee is far off the ground, you can use the block under it. If the top knee is far away from the bottom, you can use the block between the two knees. And that will allow you, it basically releases the pressure on the muscle, and it's like your muscle is a little more willing to go there. Yes. Yes, absolutely. As I said, that is a perfectly good variation, except don't lean back. I want you to lean forward, right? So we want to create some pressure on the hips so they force to open up. But you did a good job supporting that knee there, so you're good. Yeah, just lean forward as much as you can and you're good. Now, if you don't have enough, lean forward wherever you are. Further you lean forward, more fun it gets. My students often tell me that I have very weird idea of fun. It comes with practice. So nice deep breath. And just try to relax. So notice how much of you is actually willing to go in this posture. And there is a big part of you that is like, no. Right? That is tensing up and doing everything just not to go there. So find those parts, find those muscles that are freaking out, that are not letting you relax into the posture. Just breathe there, just relax them. You don't need to force it. You need to relax into it. Breathe. Find the muscles that this is helping, that this is stretching, that this is addressing. Good. And slowly come on up. Okay, and lean back, unwind. Turn the toes from side to side. Then do the same exact thing, except on the other side. Okay? So your left ankle gonna come to your right hip. Scoot, so knees are sort of stacked. Again, if you're staying here, you can grab that piece of clothing that you have and just make a tight ball out of it. So you actually have something substantial under that knee. So you're not struggling as much with that calf, yeah? So you can stay here, or if you want, you can pull the other heel in. However, again, if you come here, if you decide to, make sure that both hips are on the ground, so always scoot yourself right in the middle and try to get the knees to rest on top of each other. This is part of posture that we call Gomukhasana, or face of light, and we sometimes do a stretch of the arms with it, but in this case, we're really going to concentrate on hips and just lean forward. Oof. Now, the sides might feel different. I know the first side for me was like, yeah, whatever, and this side I'm about to start crying, but that's okay. That's all right. Body is different on two sides, and in yoga, we're just trying to aim towards that balance. We might never get there, but the point isn't where we get, but rather the practice itself. You know, those little signs at Marshalls that say enjoy the journey. That seems so cheesy, but very much applicable if you think about it. If we were only to learn to really enjoy our experiences instead of the fruits of our labor, imagine how much happier we would be. It's kind of almost unimaginable. Good, another breath. And then slowly come on up. Stretch those legs out. They deserve it. Lie down onto your back. Lie down into your back. Bend your knees and set your feet as wide as your mat, parallel to each other. And do a couple windshield wipers, dropping your knees very, very slowly from one side to the other. Very slowly from one side to the other, trying to get the knees as close to the floor as they will come. Just getting a little stretch for the quad. And then hug the knees in towards your chest. Rock a little from side to side, massaging the back this time. And maybe close your eyes, take a few breaths, and notice if there's any movement that would feel nice for you right now. Maybe take another minute to finish your practice with that movement. If you feel complete and your practice feels complete for today, let your legs extend out on your mat for Shavasana, final relaxation. Legs extend on your mat, arms relax to the sides. Let the back of the head get heavy onto the mat. Allow the shoulders to relax. Close your eyes and feel them relax back into the eye socket. Feel your teeth part gently so your jaw can relax. Feel your hips dropping heavier towards the ground. Your heels follow. Just for a moment. There's nothing to do. Nowhere to be. No need to listen to my voice. Relax. Let go. And melt. Gently deepen the breath. Allow the body to stay still without movement. As you once more bring your attention to your breath. See if you can remember that deep breath we started with. As you inhale, expanding the belly. the chest, all the way up to collarbones as you exhale from collarbones and chest and belly. Inhale, belly, chest, all the way up. Exhale, collarbones, chest, belly. Draw your awareness to your hands, to your fingers. Let the fingers move. Let your toes move. Draw your knees into your chest and roll to your right side in the fetal position. Knees to chest, to the right side. Take a moment here, just check in with yourself. Be mindful of this transition. What are you taking with you from this practice to practice off your mat? And then slowly make your way up into a seated. Let the hands come to the heart center. We're going to finish, join our voices in the healing vibration of the sound Om. Take a deep breath in. Om. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Namaste means the light within me honors and sees the light within you. And we finish each practice saying that to each other, honoring ourselves and those that practice with us. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and week.